Welcome back, everyone. This is Mr. Tanner, and with these brief notes, we're going to be really evaluating what it takes in order for a claim to be a scientific claim. Because as you will hopefully see, not all claims are scientific in nature, and not all claims can even be attempted to be answered by the scientific method. So let's take a look at what that means. First, in order for a claim to be scientific in nature, it has to be falsifiable. So, in order for a question to be scientific in nature, it must be falsifiable, and you must seek to falsify it. So it's not enough just that the claim is falsifiable, you also have to seek to falsify it. So let's add detail to what that means. Well, falsifiability is the ability for a claim to be proven wrong. So for a claim to be scientific in nature, you have to be able to prove it wrong. And then the second part of that is that you must try to prove it wrong. So those are the two main criteria for any claim to be scientific. And here's an example. I believe you've seen that trick I do in my classroom where I can open the front door and the back door moves as well. Now, I could make a claim that there is an invisible ghost that cannot be detected through any instruments that moves that door, and the signal I give him is just to move the front door. But since the ghost is invisible and can't be detected with any scientific instruments, it's impossible for anyone to prove that claim wrong. They can say, well, we can't detect it with a camera or an infrared camera or an ultraviolet camera. And I'll say, well, yeah, it's not detectable through anything. That ghost is just there. You just need to believe me. That's not a scientific claim. That doesn't mean it's not possible. It makes it much more unlikely, but it's just not something that can be tested. Now, if I were to say that back door moves because I create a lower air pressure outside the front door and then air moves in to fill that pressure, that is testable. We could get instruments that measure barometric air pressure very carefully, and I could put a pressure sensor outside the front door, and when I opened it, I should see the pressure drop. And likewise, I should see the pressure then drop by the back door, which happens as that door pushes open. So the claim that the door opens due to a barometric pressure change is testable. I can prove that wrong. If we grabbed that barometric sensor and there was no change in air pressure, then I know my claim was wrong, and we can explore a different option for why that door is opening. So again, as a review, in order for a question to be scientific in nature, it must be falsifiable, which means it can be proven wrong, and you must try to prove it wrong. Hopefully this helps clarify, and if not, the Ed puzzle that you watch next should help as well. Thanks. Have a good rest of your day.